Good evening, everybody, and a warm welcome once again to TLC Coach Talks. It has been an interesting journey. We have had some amazing coaches on our show who have shared their life experiences. We also had our founder, Guru Murli Sundaram, who inaugurated the show. And today we have yet another fantastic coach with us, Kalyani Kamble. Warm welcome, Kalyani. How are you doing?
Excellent. Thank you, Preeti. Happy to be here.
All right. We are so excited to do this FB Live with you because I know one of the most experienced and senior coaches and also a vice president in our TLC community. You have been doing a lot of great work. But I want to go a few steps back and ask you, as a child, what was your dream? What was your aspiration? Did you want to be a coach or was it anything else?
I wanted to become a doctor as a child. In fact, no one knows this, that I actually took admission in a medical college and I dropped out. Very few people know this about me. And then I took up BSc. And after I completed my BSc, I took up a job in a leading bank. And then I got married. And then I had to take a break of a few years because my son had ADHD. So it was very difficult to leave him to someone. And that's when I thought that what is the best thing I could do? So I realized that, okay, I'm good at communication. There was this call center boom in India 15 years ago, and there were a lot of job opportunities all around. And that's how I thought I could take up as a voice and accent coach, and a communication trainer. And that's how the whole journey began.
Awesome. Awesome. I think today we've started on a very exciting note, knowing that Kalyani Kamble wanted to be a medical doctor, but now she is a mind doctor. I know that you're also an NLP practitioner and you do some amazing stuff based on your coaching programs. We'll get there when we get there. But so you've been in this industry for how long now? Like 15 years or more, maybe?
17 years this year.
Awesome. I think that itself is really fantastic. You've won so many awards. You have done so much great work. So tell me how you've seen the entire coaching training industry evolve. What do you think are the big changes that have happened since the time you got into the industry to now?
Preeti, you will have to repeat the question. There's suddenly some noise, construction noise around my.
Okay. So basically, I'm asking that you've been in the industry for almost 10 to 17 years and you've seen the entire industry evolve. So what has been the entire journey? You've seen a lot of changes happening in the training and coaching industry. What are those big, massive changes that you've seen since you joined at the beginning to now?
Okay, so if I have to talk of the recent massive change, it's going online. And that has widened horizons. Literally, I mean, if going to Singapore physically, I think the online has just made the world a very closer place where you can conduct sessions all over the world. There's just a link you join and someone from California, Singapore, Dubai, or any place can join your training. So I've been very fortunate to also physically visit these countries and also have all of them participate in the online world as well. Also, when I started, Preeti, so we have started from the world of CDs, okay?
Right, exactly.
Okay. Where there are these online courses, okay? So there are these e-learning courses and all thanks to TLC, what I years is what I have done. I joined first as a member, and for a year I was a member before I took on the journey where I realized that this is an amazing thing to do, to reach out to the world. And that's how, we also took up being the vice presidents and lead more circles for TLC. I remember I did the APT test and there was nothing like this, Preeti, 17 years ago. We just learned what we got our way, like English training. Then I did voice and accent, soft skills. I did everything that came my way, everything. And today when I see this 24-step milestone plan that I received at TLC, which gave me this clear direction, something that I couldn't do in 17 years, we just did it in the last 2 years. So I think today things are more structured. A lot of information is available. A lot of information. I remember when I started, I still remember the internet had just started, like we had just started using the internet at that particular time. We used to just use a whiteboard and a marker pen for our training. And now there are multiple training modalities that are to our access that we can use, and e-learning methods, a lot of facilitation methods as well. Earlier, it was more like talking, teaching, amazing stuff that happens right now. So I think we are in some very, very great time, and all thanks to TLC for putting all of this into a capsule, making it so accessible, showing this clear path and direction to coaches and trainers. I really wish I had gotten that roadmap, that milestone map, like a treasure hunt map, where my career would have been.
True, very true. I think for us, I agree with you, because I was one of those people who was at the receiving end when the entire call center boom happened. And I remember having those voice and accent trainers and the process trainers and teaching us at length. And yes, we actually learned using the whiteboard markers and things like that. So yeah, those were different days with CDs and cassettes and all that, to where we are today in terms of reading what goes on in the minds of the people and structuring it in the way that we do it, engaging with the audience and doing online training. I think nobody had thought about that for sure. So I agree with you. There's been a huge transformation. That's true. I wanted to ask you that, you are part of a very exciting time, from the last 17 years that you've been there. What do you think are the advantages of being in the coaching industry, and especially because you're a woman? What do you think are the advantages to a woman to be in the coaching industry?
Thank you, Preeti. So I'm going to really go deep over here, okay? Sure. Rather than, the other typical advantages people would talk of, like definitely it's passive income opportunity. It is something that you can do from any place, anywhere. All you need is a laptop, and especially uh, with, amazing visionary concepts like the TLC. I think just starting up a coaching and training business has become easy. Why I feel women should take on this journey, I said I'll go deep, is for their own personal development. I realized the more every client I got, I realized, okay, this is my problem as well. And while I was working with that client, it was more like the client came for me to, enhance my journey of being a coach and evolving myself as a coach. So, if you're passionate about self-development, that is what I am. And I think that is what most women all over the world should be. Warren Buffett also says that the best investment that you can ever make is the one in yourself. And coaching is that one field, Preeti, that will never keep you stuck. You agree? Like you take up any job, coaching is something that there's something to, new to learn every time. Even if I'm doing a particular session for the umpteenth time, I still read, I go through it, I discover new ways of presenting it. And that really drives me and gives me a kick, because with every coaching session or a training session, I evolve. So that's one deeper reason. Number two, self-respect and self-worth. Because, women world over, and I have come across, believe me, some top women working in corporates still lacking self-worth, and self-respect. And I always tell them that if you don't see it in yourself, how will others see it in you? And again, coaching and training gives you that self-worth and self-respect, because there is so much appreciation and recognition here. The equation is simple. Your clients do well, you do well. And they look upon you, they adore you. You have that opportunity to create and see your client or your student evolve. I think it adds tremendously to my self-worth and self-respect, the way I look at myself. And these are two reasons. Third, also very important, independence. If I, two of the most important independence that women should have, Preeti, one is being emotionally independent, and second is being financially independent. And the coaching industry today, and especially, I'm sorry I'm mentioning TLC every time, it might come across like I'm promoting, but frankly, it has been a life changer, and it empowers you with skills. And TLC is actually built on 3 I's, right? It's impact. When you are creating impact, you're becoming emotionally strong, you're becoming emotionally independent. And income, I for income, that is so important. We sometimes tend to forget that, and that brings financial independence. And the other I is independence. So I think that's amazing. That those 3 I's actually encompass 3 reasons why women should take up coaching for very deeper reasons.
Yeah. I think, yeah, it's a very empowering, encouraging, and I think women need to, in India, especially the way the transformation is happening. So we've seen a trend, okay, and since you mentioned TLC, we've noticed last weekend we did a weekly meeting, the monthly meeting that we have with our lead chairs, and you won't believe it, 80% are women. 80% of our lead chair are women. So obviously there is a lot of scope for women to get into coaching and training, and I think it comes naturally to them. Besides all the reasons that you have clearly mentioned, I think, Kalyani, that is really very well thought, deep thought that you've had about income independence and impact. I think it's the way Guru Murli has coined it. It is really truly, in the sense, we are living that life, today for us. So we are grateful for that opportunity as well. So talking about you personally, I think you have done corporate training. You have also done some open market training, working with entrepreneurs and business owners and professionals. You've also done very niche kind of trainings for specific institutes and things like that. Tell us about what exactly your offerings are. What's your vision? What's your mission? And what are you working on?
So Preeti, because I started so early, 17 years ago, I tend to have a wide range of skills. I started as a trainer, okay, because that's the best thing I could do that time, handling my son. So I tend to have a wide range of skills like English, voice and accent, you name any behavioral skill, I can conduct a training on that with the corporates. What recently, again with TLC, I have arrived on a certain niche is that I work with business owners, typically with a small team of 5 to 15 people, having a turnover of between 4 crores to 15 crores. So when I saw that this is the segment that I work more closely with, I work a lot of with women solopreneurs. So I have someone, who's just started a frozen food business, frozen food and meat and fish, someone who's doing a cupcake business, and they are solopreneurs. And I work with them on their emotional intelligence. And that is, again, something that gives me immense sense of self-satisfaction. Other than that, most of my work is with the corporates, and I do motivational workshops. I'm amongst a few trainers in India who conduct the breakthrough trainings of fire walk, glass walk, and iron rod bending. And these thrilling activities are sort of a metaphor, a limit that one needs to break, which is our mind. So these are thrilling. At the same time, you can map them with your personal development and overcoming fears. Other than that, I do emotional intelligence training. I'm also amongst the very few first image consultants in the country, a pioneer of the industry. So I also do a lot of grooming workshop, executive presence workshop in terms of how you can use your dressing, grooming, and body language to achieve your goals.
Okay. I want to dwell upon a little bit on the fire walk and the iron rod bending and all. I mean, what's the concept behind it? You did explain that it's about, changing your mindset, but you have done, like, how many workshops have you done on that so far? I think since I've met you, I've at least heard of 4 or 5 in the last 2 years that you've done. So on an average, in the last couple of years, how many people have you worked with in terms of this specific workshop? And what has been your experience from people? I want to hear those stories about what exactly have you seen, that way.
So it's been 6 years that I'm doing the breakthrough trainings, and I've impacted lakhs of people world over. We've not just done this in Mumbai, but I just returned from Goa. Next week, I'm going to Indore and specifically conducting the firewalk.
Okay.
So 2 ways I'll explain this. It's all about the mind. It's all about the mind. If you have that fear that the fire will hurt you, it will. Now, the fact remains that it's fire, and you can't just stand on the fire for a long time. Okay, it is going to burn your legs. There's absolutely no magic. But with conditioning, okay, and focus is very important. Have you noticed, Preeti, that there are times where maybe you have hurt your hand or, let's say, fractured a leg or something? You are at work, and the whole day there is no pain.
Correct.
There is no pain. Okay. You're doing your work because your full focus is in the work. You come back home in the evening, and that's when that leg or that hand or the shoulder starts throbbing. And you are like, okay, where was it the whole day? I was so absorbed in my work. Okay. Yeah. This is exactly how the firewalk, iron rod bending, glass walk works. See, because it's glass, it's prickly, you'll walk on the glass, it will hurt. There's this 6 to 9 feet of thick 8 mm iron rod that we bend from those very delicate part of the neck. Okay, now
Wow.
those are the rods that are used in the construction sites, where this huge building stands on those iron rods. What is in your mind and where is your focus? If your focus is on your goal, then you can definitely walk the fire. So that's the thought behind it. Okay. So we do a lot of conditioning and we say, okay, forget about the fire. Okay. You have to reach your goal. And we have done this previously in our life. Okay. We've done this previously in our life. We've, been through tremendous amount of risk in our life. And with that kind of conditioning, when people fearlessly and passionately see the purpose and the goal. So it's not the fire, please. It's not, hey, I walked on fire, I went. What risk are you willing to take? What is it in your life that you're absolutely passionate about, that you are ready to take that extra bit of pain? And yes, it does feel a little warm when you walk on the fire, but no one complains. People are all charged because yes, I did it and I didn't burn myself. And it was all because of that purpose and the goal that they saw in front of them, and not really the fire or the glass pieces that people walk on. So that's the analogy. And then how I map it is that if you could do this, if you could walk the fire, if you could bend the iron rod, what are the other things in your life that you can do? What are you afraid of? What's stopping you? Self-doubt and all that like just dissolves. It's so amazing. It all like vanishes in that moment. And then I integrate it with some powerful NLP mind programming techniques. I future pace it so that change becomes permanent. It feels good. I can go on about this. So let me.
I can relate to that. You're so passionate about it. I mean, you went talk about it, and I was also so engrossed listening to you. I think all our viewers who are listening to it would be wondering when is the next occasion when we can ask Kalyani to do this for us. It'll be so amazing. So it sounds pretty mind-boggling. Honestly, that's the word that I was looking for, in the sense that it helps you not only clear your doubts, your fears, your inhibitions, but also permanently. I think the word that you use there, that there's some NLP techniques that you're using to kind of install that breaking of that fear to stay within you permanently. It's amazing. I think you're doing really great work, Kalyani. And one of the things I also know about is about your book. You've written an amazing bestseller book. Would you like to share a little more about your book? What was your inspiration to write that book, and what all have you written? What is it? Whom is it for, and how can it help someone?
So my book is on my journey of all these years, evolving and becoming the best version of myself. So the book is titled as 31 Days to the Best Version of You. It's a book that gives you 31 days of activities that you can do to become the best version of you. So it's an amazing written book. It's a book targeted at the non-readers. It's a book where you can open any chapter and just start from there. Holistically, it covers time management. It covers self-image. It covers even your dressing, grooming. It covers journaling. It covers art and a lot of topics that help you evolve holistically as a person. And I realized that writing a book is something that really builds authority for you and has you placed very confidently in the market. And today when I go, most people have seen the book, heard the book. So it gives a great joy to know that, okay, the book has created an impact. And of course, after I wrote the book, my confidence was at the next level, Preeti. I realized that, wow, I could like write a book, and a very good one. And yes, I carry it around. It serves like a great marketing tool. And of course, it gives you that sense of accomplishment as well, that you could author a book.
Yeah, I think, Kalyani, I've worked with you for a year and more now since you joined TLC. And what I've seen you is that you are involved with BNI. You're also vice president in TLC. You travel a lot for your workshops and training programs. You are, sometimes in Indore, sometimes in Goa, sometimes in Cochin, or even in Mumbai for a couple of days. Together you're on a workshop which is online. How do you balance all this out? And I know that you're quite involved with your family also, because there are times when we are on a Zoom call and you're in the kitchen and you're working things out. So I'd like to know, how do you balance this entire thing, in terms of doing everything and giving your best to everything?
Uh, it has to start at a very, very initial level for a lot of women. I always tell all these women that I coach or I speak at different events on Women's Day and all, groom your kids to be independent.
Hmm.
Have it consciously on your mind for your child, like ironing clothes or, serving them food or, they're finding something for themselves, like a book or a shirt. And out of lot of love, you're handing it over to your child. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong in doing that. But if you're doing this repeatedly, just deep down ask yourself a question. Is this making my child independent or dependent? A very powerful question to
Hmm.
ask. Is this making my child independent or dependent? And I have raised a child with super hyperactivity. Of course, he's mellowed down. He's a musician. He's a big boy. And that is also something that gives me more time now that I'm able to travel so much, Preeti, because he will turn 19th on the
Wow.
coming Monday. And
Yeah.
so over the last 3 to 4 years, it's kind of been slightly easier that because I don't have to micromanage my son. He understands my work. My husband understands my work. They respect and support what I do, my in-laws. So touch with their support from all over. But it's not been easy, Preeti, okay? It's taken time to build this sort of, ecosystem around myself,
Hmm.
uh, with parents, in-laws, maids, and, sort of creating this network so that I could do what I'm passionate about. And that's how the whole support comes from. And it's tough, okay, even now. I mean, I give women empowerment talk, but then, still there are certain things people expect only a woman can do. Very,
True.
very, yeah.
Yeah.
So I do juggle with all of that, but thank God I am blessed and there's
Yeah.
support coming all the time.
I think we are lucky to be in this stage where if you look at our parents' generation, I don't think they even had the ambition or the thought of doing something like this. It's also because we work very hard to, develop our passion and do something. And I think that independence that our children see in us itself is motivating for them. They look at us also as role models and they understand it, that they need to be committed to their goals and their passion. And I truly applaud what you're doing. You're doing a fantastic job at that. And that brings me to the next question. You are fondly called the Insta Queen of TLC by our founder Guru Murli. So tell us, what's your obsession? Or I wouldn't say it's an obsession. I know I'm quite like that, like you, but not to the
You
extent
can
that.
call it an obsession. That's okay.
So I see your post, your reels. You're just good, man. I mean, how do you come up with these ideas for the different things that you put on post? How does that happen?
Look at Guru Murli himself. Have you seen his reels? He is so tremendously creative. So yes, I follow a lot of influencers like Guru Murli, and again, all thanks to TLC. One of my major reasons to join TLC was Guru Murli, and to be around him and to get more of him through the training sessions that are offered through TLC. And he is so active. So I follow him. I follow a couple of other influencers in my particular niche, and that's where I take my inspiration from. Some of it, of course, I come up on my own. I really enjoy doing this, and it's a lot
Hmm.
of fun. I think not out of show off, but one should know that I have a message to give to the world,
True.
and that your lifestyle can inspire others.
Correct.
And that's more of the intention behind doing all the reels and posts.
And trust me, guys, it's a lot of hard work. So I have traveled with Kalyani to a few places, and I know she'll go out of the way to plan her reels, take her pictures, take her videos, find the right music to play for that reel. It requires a lot of effort. It's not easy. So what you see her doing, there's a lot of back end work which goes into it, and that's one of the reasons why she has so many followers and so much of appreciation and likes that come to her. So again, many congratulations for all that fantastic work you're doing on social media. Now
Wait,
I'm
wait
going to
for
ask
the
you
tilt conference. Wait for the
this.
tilt conference in Pondicherry. Uh, I'm going to be, and now so even I've got equipment, okay, with tripod and all of that. So 5 days we are together at the wonderful tilt.
Yes,
That's a TLC yearly
so excited
conference that
for
we are having at
yeah,
Pondicherry.
yeah. So yeah, it is going to be exciting with 100 plus people. All of us from TLC, the TLC family of 100 plus people are going to attend it. And all of us are equally crazy about all the social media and all the work we do. So Kalyani for sure will be one of those people you should watch out for.
Leading,
she will be posting the best views of Pondicherry for you. So do go follow or subscribe to her, and you will see our Insta queen, sharing all the best work of ours from Pondicherry, direct live to all of you. So Kalyani, that brings me to the last part of our interview, which is a few rapid fire questions. All right. So if Kalyani was to be born again, she'd like to be born as?
Myself.
Awesome. I never expected another answer. I never expected another answer, actually. So
if I would take another thing. Coffee.
Coffee. Yeah. Yeah. Black or other colors?
Other colors.
Other colors. I expected
like white and yellow.
Yeah, I've seen you wear that a lot as well. And high heels or flats? Flats. Okay, awesome.
Flat sneakers, more like sneakers.
Yeah. All right. Okay. And if there was one mistake in your life which you'd like to correct, what would that be?
Can't tell live on social media. But yeah, I would have liked to complete my medical studies. There's another mistake. I'll tell you on WhatsApp.
No, but we are glad that you didn't become a doctor. Otherwise, we would have missed out on such a fantastic coach and trainer, and such a fantastic.
Oh, as a doctor, I would have still, I think, been driven to coaching and training, and I would have still been a TLC member. In fact, Preeti, we have so many doctors as our members as well.
True. Yeah. That is true. I think that was your calling. So either way, you would have found your way to be there, I guess. Yeah. And one piece of advice you'd like to give all aspiring coaches and trainers. You're among one of the most experienced coaches and trainers we have in TLC. So, how do you suggest, if it's an aspiring coach or an existing coach, what should they look forward to in the next couple of years as far as the coaching industry is concerned?
Learn, stay updated, plan, do personal branding. It's very, very important. Don't waste a moment. Start today, because it's a personal brand. Doesn't happen overnight, Someday you will always think, why didn't I get started yesterday? So today, if you're watching this, start today, build a personal brand. And yes, be a part of a community like TLC, because, this is the community that keeps you updated. You learn to develop yourself as a personal brand. You learn the coaching, business, and technology skills as well. I know so many trainers who are not tech savvy. And, even I wasn't till I joined TLC. So I think this is the way to stay updated, and being a part of community keeps you updated. It builds the accountability. You're with like-minded, passionate, ambitious people who push you to be your best. When you see others being the best, you also feel, okay, I should do this. I should do that. She has written a book. I think I should also write one. And it's very, very important to be a part of community, and to be a part of community, which is like Make in India, our very own, Indian community, supporting, the Indian culture and this mentality, and emotional ideas that our country has, something that's very, very local and to us. So we must be a part of community like TLC.
Awesome. I think great trips shared there by Kalyani, and I think coming from her with her wisdom and experience of so many years in the coaching industry, having seen all the different facets of the training industry, I think she's made a very important point. Go there, do your personal branding, stay updated, learn, plan, join a community. On that note, I'm going to close today's FB Live with Kalyani. And any other thoughts, any comments in the end that you'd like to share, Kalyani? Over to you.
Stay happy, everyone. Stay happy. Live, love, and laugh. 3 L's. Live, love, and laugh. Stay happy. God bless you all. Thank you, Preeti, for this opportunity.
Thank you so much, Kalyani. I think we lived in this interview really to our fullest. We laughed, and yes, I love you too. So thank you so much for this wonderful time. And we have a rocking time again at Pondi, so I look forward to that as well.
Absolutely.
All right. Stay tuned to our page, viewers. We are going to have from next week 2 interviews, which are going to happen with our vice president, our mastermind leaders, and a couple of very good coaches who are going to share their secrets. So don't miss out on this opportunity. Stay glued to our page, and we'll see you at the next interview. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.